Welcome back to Easy Dispell, where the name is Easy Dispel. We did it wrong anyway. I'm your Dungeon Master, Andrew, and joining me, a bunch of people that say GIF instead of GIF.
That's false. My name is Mike, and I play Raven.
I feel insulted. My name's Rachel, and I play Vala.
I deny those allegations. My name's Will, and I play Tez.
Well, you got one of us.
First
There's a
time
reason
we got
why.
named.
There's a reason why. I am the person that gets most broken in our campaigns, apparently.
Wait, do
Andrew?
you actually say GIF?
No.
Oh, okay.
No.
I'm like,
It's gonna look worse for you.
This entire time, his name's actually been Jai.
No, my cousin. Not to go on a tangent here, but my cousin used to call it GIF, and him and I would get in fights.
Wait, say who you are first for the people at home.
Hello. My name is David. I play Guy Dude, and I do not call it GIF.
He plays Jai Dude.
That was very
I play
Abby.
Jai Dude.
That was very Abby-esque.
That was
of you.
very
That was.
yes.
Oh man.
Did you have anything else to say, David? You're talking about your cousin.
I do. I think it's over here.
Sit on me. Yeah.
What?
Okay. All right.
Glad we got that out of the way.
Welcome back, everybody. Last time we left off, you were in the Guy and Tez. The two of you were outside. But Raven and Vala, this is a real hard shift from what we're just goofing off about. Standing in the home of the widow, Lyriel Frostwind, who had been left dead as a warning to you for your meddling in the affairs of Nalbrund by, pretty obviously, Victoria, the Mind of the Valkyrie. As we come back, is the scene of Raven and Vala having just read the words "No good deed" scrawled across the wall in the victim's blood.
She can't get away with this.
She won't.
I'm gonna look around and see if I can see any items that might have been left around, anything that may have been hers.
I'm not even gonna make you make an investigation check. I mean, the knives that have been driven into the body of Lyriel Frostwind, pinning her to the wall, clearly match those that you're familiar with on Victoria's person.
Help me get her down.
Where's... So taking her
Undo
down.
her. Pull
I'm
her
gonna
down.
take the knives and clean them and save them for my own.
Okay.
And then can I wrap her in like a sheet or a bedcloth and like lay
Yeah,
her down
that's,
on like a couch or whatever?
Yeah, going over to some of the overstuffed chairs she has in the living room. That's grabbing one of the thick blankets that is over the top of it. Covering her. To be clear, Guy and Tez have not gone in, have no idea what's going on, correct? Okay.
How did she know? How could she have seen?
I don't know. I mean, she knew we were back at the tower. She's probably had people here keep an eye on things. Look at me. We're going to track her down. And we're going to make this right.
We've done what we can for her. Let's go.
And as we walk out the door, I'll walk past Tez and Guy, not stopping, and just say, "Pack your things. We're leaving. I'll meet you back at the inn."
I did.
Where do you think we're going, bro?
I don't know, dude. He sounded like he was a little upset.
Vala is very clearly bawling.
I think the princess is upset too, bro.
The shit? I can't really, like, all I can see are like little dots. I can't really see their faces, but
No, that's what I told you, bro.
oh, all right. Thanks.
It's like who are the two characters in Hamlet? Like something Guildenstern, something.
Don't
The
even
two,
remember.
Oh,
the two Rosencrantz and
and
Guildenstern. Yeah, that's what you two are in like the middle of a really dark. And you're like, oh, I don't know, man. Like, forsooth, we may be dead or alive at this point. It is but the guest of one or the other. For I have tossed this coin 2,000 times, and each time it has come up head. Like, it's that kind of shit. Okay. Where's Raven going?
Raven is
Distinct
heading.
impression he's going somewhere else.
Yeah. So first, I'm going to go to the orphanage that I originally dropped off to Crystal Skull.
Okay.
And when I get there, I'm just going to hand Liriel's money that we were going to hand deliver over to the orphanage.
Okay.
And whoever I'm speaking to, just say, "This is from the Frostwinds. Make a dedication to them."
Of course, that's familiar. That's the real often volunteers at time. Did something happen?
Unfortunately, she's no longer with us.
The woman in kind of the gray, unadorned robes kind of covers her mouth. Oh dear. Well, of course, we'll commemorate her and her husband. What happened?
An innocent bystander caught up in something that didn't concern her.
You seem familiar. Have I seen you around town, other than just your other visit?
No.
Odd. Okay. Thank you for telling us. It's terrible news. But
Thank you.
thank you. And
And I'll
thank you
just-
again for the donation. Going on your way.
Yeah, and then I'm gonna head to the graveyard and find her husband's grave and dig his plot next to it.
Okay. Start working on that. The rest of you, what are the three of you doing?
I'm headed to the library.
Okay.
Where did Raven tell us to gather?
I said I would meet you guys back at the inn.
Okay.
So
Okay. What are you going for at the library?
Looking for ways that Victoria could be seeing what I'm doing. I'm pretty sure I know, but Vala's not sure. She can't remember.
Okay. Give me we'll say an investigation.
Ooh, that is a 21.
21. What is it you think she's doing? I'm curious.
I think she's scrying.
She's crying. There would be no way to tell unless you have a means of seeing invisibility. If she's crying, it's not something that you can really detect.
But it is a potential thing she could be doing, and I'm looking for anything else that could be ways that people can see
Stare?
or spy on others or.
Okay. Yeah, scrying would be the big one. With the 21, you find some of like the tells, like when you're being scryed on. There's a way to like kind of know if you've been scryed on, especially if you've been able to resist it. And looking back, you don't notice any of that. That's I'll say she is not scrying on you.
Okay.
Your upbringing, your training, leads you to think that it may be a more mundane and less magical form of finding out who you've been speaking with and what you've been up to.
Okay.
The speed at which she was able to find out, because you've only been in town for a few days, is a little concerning.
And then after this, I'm gonna go to a shop and buy something. So
Okay.
I don't know if we want to switch
It is.
who we're talking to or.
It is 1,000 gold pieces, but you were able to find whatever that is. Guy and Tez.
So actually, a question for the DM at the moment: is there a reason my AC is at 0?
How do you even accomplish that?
It was written in as an override.
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
You have,
It was supposed
I'm
to be
at
a
15 because of
yeah, you have a -2.
Yeah, I have a -2, but I have a +2, so it goes back up to 17 when projectiles are shot at me. Although there's also other things that happen there. So
Yeah.
Person that headman's getting worse. Tez has gathered up all his stuff, like he was told to do, and he is sitting outside the front of the inn, across a barrel table from a little gnomish gentleman, and they're playing Three Dragon Ante.
Okay. That's, give me, if you're going for money,
Yeah, bro.
what's the upper end that you're wanting to wager here?
I don't know. What is money, right? Like, I do, like, 20 gold.
Oh, rich for my blood, but
Whatever you're
I'm-
comfortable with, bro.
20 gold it is.
And we're just going to do opposed. It's a d20 if you're proficient with the Three Dragon Ante set. You add your proficiency bonus and
Ooh.
intelligence.
Okay, great. 9.
10. Go ahead and mark off 20 gold.
Don't
Another
hedge it there,
round,
bro.
same bet. That's if money's no object. What's the point of playing a few more times, eh?
I mean, I got time. I got money. Let's go.
All right. Same thing.
21. Oh,
Okay.
22.
22. Go ahead and add your 20 gold back. Do you want to do one more? Double or nothing.
Just for the hell
To
of
be
it.
40 gold. You want to do double?
40 gold, bro. Go big. That's 22.
That is 8. Go ahead and add another 40 gold. 80 gold.
I mean, yeah.
All right.
I'm on a win streak here.
16.
15. Shit.
Remove 80 gold. 160 gold.
I'll look back and see what Guy's doing at the moment.
Guy, what do you get?
Guy is
There are a lot of
staring-
patrons in the bar gathered around these two, like watching a furious game of Three Dragon Ante as the stakes keep getting higher and higher.
Guy is staring at a wall. We're facing a wall, I guess I should say, and is trying to hone in on his quote unquote sight, as well as magical detection ability. So he's trying to take in everything magical around him, as well as trying to get a better understanding of how many walls is in between him and this person, and as well as, just kind of the general surrounding.
Give me an intelligence check
Oh boy, that's going to be
or
great.
perception.
Nope, you said intelligence. We're going with that.
Oh,
Because I think perception's the same thing.
or sorry, it'd be wisdom or intelligence, but
Wisdom or intelligence. They're both a -1, so...
what?
Oh, we got a spinny dice. Okay, 15.
15? Not bad. Like, you can see, like, looking up, there's several floors, and there's people moving around above you. And people, like, just on the other side of the wall that you're on. You can kind of gauge, like, based on just how bright and clear the images are, like, you start being able to gauge out distance. And I know for the actual, like, usage, there's a specific foot right now, but, like, that you can see. But for now, like, getting a better feel. And then in the crowd of people that are surrounding Guy, he's playing 3 Dragon Ante with higher and higher stakes. You start focusing, being able to kind of do a better job of differentiating people. And starting to realize that people have, they're not all the exact same color. It's just not like swirling red energy, but there's different, like, almost a hum to it. Like sand on a plate with a bow, like a string being drawn across it. Like there's a different vibration to each person. And it stands out to you because of how quickly you're able to pick out Tez. That might be how familiar you are with him. But give me an insight check.
Alrighty. 9.
9. Yeah, I mean, you're able to pick out Tez, but that's all you got. 160 gold, Tez.
I'll look back at the gnomish gentleman. Actually, bro, I got some stuff I got to take care of. It was a pleasure playing with you, though. And I'll rack up because it's my set. I'll rack up my 3 Dragon Ante set,
Yeah.
And I will
Anytime.
head back over to Tez, or to Guy. I'm Tez. And just like pat him on the shoulder as I walk up. You getting the hang of it, bro?
Up, dude. Yeah,
What's up,
a little bit. Like that guy. That guy's got a nice, and without really like turning towards him, just points out a guy. He's got something magical on him.
Word, man. It's cool that
He
you get the
points
hang of it.
directly at the gnome.
Magical? Forget it. I just want to tell you, bro, we've had some cool times doing this whole thing, right? Like, we went from trying to find folks to overthrowing an empire. That's pretty cool, huh?
Shot it. That's pretty sweet.
Yeah. Pretty awesome.
Hey, question for you. Now that you're, down some money, do you want to go just do a quick shopping for some potions and stuff?
That's pretty smart, actually. Yeah, we probably should. Oh, I don't know where the hell we're going.
Well, I kind of need you to take me there. So,
Right.
I can see people, I can't see signs. So,
Yeah, come on this way. And I will, as we walk out of the inn, I will walk on the other side of like a support that's holding up an awning or something like that, and see if I can't get him to walk into it.
Okay. Give me a deception check at advantage.
I don't know how good I am at
And
this.
Guy, go ahead and roll an insight check.
yeah.
+0,
13.
that makes it a 19.
What do you get, Guy?
13.
13. Just straight into it.
I got you.
Dude.
All
Everyone
good
sees
fun.
you laughing at a blind guy.
And then I'll
You
drag
just
him around the
ran
pole and
into a
actually lead
post.
him. Yeah.
Yeah, a couple nods, like, or people like shaking their head. Across the street, there's just a half orc that goes, "Hey!" Then just turns and keeps walking, chuckling to himself. For potions and stuff, you're welcome to use the same like item buying rules I gave you as last week.
Okay.
And while you do that, I'm going to cut it back over to Vala. Raven, you're out of commission for a while. While
Yeah.
You're buying or digging a grave. But Vala will say you have your material component in hand. What did you opt for? There's a couple options.
Crystal ball.
Crystal ball. This pretty good size, like size bowling ball size, semi-opaque.
If it's that big,
It's a
then I would have
thousand-
done the mirror.
It's 1,000 gold. I mean, the mirror is gonna be like a full-sized.
Oh, I can't just like a cute little hand mirror.
We can go a real. It's a real fancy. It's like a gem-studded. For modern day, it looks like it's something out of like a tween's bedroom, like who's gone mad with a bedazzler,
Bedazzled.
except they're actual gemstones.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, so a small mirror. Have it in hand. Is there anything else you're purchasing, or are you just going back to?
That, and I'm going straight back to our room, and I am gonna set up and scry on Victoria.
Okay. Let's see. So with scrying, it is a person
Oh.
you are familiar with, and you have a possession.
Mhm.
What was that? What's the?
I'm gonna say I'm instead of scrying on Victoria, I'm actually gonna scry on the dude that was with her, the main dude that was with her.
The Hierophant.
No, she had one guard dude who was.
He wasn't traveling with her. He was just like effectively a city employee. She was teleporting around on her own.
Oh, okay, then yeah,
And
never
so-
mind then. Then I'll scry on her.
Yeah, she would be the safe bet. There's a chance that he has gone with her. But I would say unlikely.
Yeah, so I'll scry on her.
Okay, so it is, I believe, a wisdom saving throw. And she has a -9 because of your preparation and how well you know her. I don't think she can pass without a natural 20. So sit down, you perform this ritual. Takes you about 10 minutes. No, it lasts 10 minutes and takes 10 minutes. Okay. And the mirror swirls into view of Victoria, who's sitting in a room and kind of tilting the mirror around so you can see there are no doors to this room. It is just a stone cube. There's an empty space on one wall that has some runes marked on it. But she sits at a desk and she's writing. From your angle, you can get a glimpse. And over her shoulder, you see she's written out some notes about the events in Lakeside. She's unsure of the culprit, but it has resulted in the Hierophant's death. She'll continue to investigate after she's returned from an attempt to parley with the river tribes of the north. The rest of it, those are the broad strokes.
Okay.
There's a moment when something shifts in the mirror and it goes white and kind of bellies out. Instead of the flat surface of the mirror, it goes convex and pushes out at you before an eye, like it's rolling forward in its head, locks its gaze onto you, Do you speak Abyssal?
Hmm,
You have the helm on.
Oh,
Do you still have the helm?
no.
Do you have
Oh, I
the...
do. Yes, I do have
Oh,
the helm. So
Okay, so you can comprehend. Interesting. Another watcher from a distance. Eyes my child. You need to make a wisdom saving throw.
Oof. That is gonna be a 26.
26.
20, 15. Yeah, 26.
Okay. So it does not fail by more than 5.
Fail
As-
by more than 5? Holy shit.
I'm just going to roll a d100 really quick. Where's my other half of the 100? Okay. You have withstood better than most, my gaze. And the eye kind of twitches between your two eyes. What do you seek with my disciple?
I want to understand why she does what she does.
It understands my speech too. I wonder, would you make a deal as well?
Perhaps.
If you two are a watcher in the distance and a seeker of knowledge, I'd have you to offer one like me.
Hold on. What?
If
Rachel's confused.
yeah, sorry. If you two are a watcher in the dark and a seeker of knowledge, what would you offer me?
I would offer you something you desire. I seek some knowledge to know what that is.
You will be tested. Its effects have already taken hold. She does what she does in service to her own desires and goals. You, Watcher, are but an obstacle to her. I cannot say more, as it would violate my pact. We will speak again. And the eye rolls back up as it appeared and pulls back into the mirror.
Do I feel any
And-
different?
You feel a little hungry. That's it.
I don't like that.
and I'm taking a guess. Do I know what that could be? Speaking abyssal with eyeballs rolling in mirrors and making deals.
I would say more based on the comment of saying more would violate his pact. This is likely some eldritch being that has made a pact with Victoria.
Okay.
But other than that, you wouldn't know. There's nothing else to know about this thing.
I'm going to sit and stew on that for a minute. till everybody
Okay.
gets back.
Mm-hmm. Whenever the grave's done,
Um,
I'll come back. I don't think so.
Okay. We'll say that it won't be too much longer before you come back. Between shopping time and things like that for everybody, you conveniently reconvene at the tavern at approximately the same time as you see Guy and Tez walking back up from the shopping trip they went on.
Real quick question for you.
Yeah.
When I go in, it shows common as 50 gold.
Is that
When,
Yeah,
if I go to buy it, like if I go to put it in there, it says its cost is 50 gold. Do you still want us to keep it at 100 or?
you make it 50 gold. That's fine.
Okay. And then the other ones just follow what because they don't have a cost on them.
Yeah,
So if
the
you
other
wanna
ones,
go off
and that
that.
was the other ones were more what I was basing that off of. If you bought any common ones from last week, you can take 50 gold back per one.
So like, dude, I just there's something weird about that guy, man. Like he just, I don't know, his energy flow, man. Like he just seemed weird.
Talking about the little gnomish bro?
No, not the gnomish, bro. The dude at the shop, the potion dude.
Oh, I liked him.
Yeah, no, he seemed chill. It's just like his energy was like I don't know, like I don't know how to explain it. His energy just looked different, like way different.
I gotta
Weird.
take your word, bro, because like I got these regular old peepers.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I don't know, man. It was kind of weird. Seemed like a
Oh,
chill dude.
Raven, sup, bro?
And you'll see that he's just like drenched in sweat and like very tired.
We all grieve in different ways, bro. Some of us have to sweat it out.
Yeah. So has Vala filled you guys in at all with what happened?
No,
bro.
like, not at all.
She walked past after you, and I think that's the last we saw her.
Well, Victoria apparently paid a visit to Lyriel before we did, and murdered her.
Oh,
So
shit.
I had to take care of some things before we leave. Sorry for not explaining that earlier.
It's all good, bro.
I've been spending some time digging a grave for her. If you guys want to go, you don't have to, but if you want, I was gonna lay her to rest.
Should we get the princess too? Or,
Yeah.
Olive.
Yeah, Olive. Yeah, let's go grab her.
Easy
Find
enough
her?
to recover from the room.
Did you get what you needed?
We'll talk about it after we. After.
Okay. And we'll just head over and get Lyriel's body and take her to the graveyard. And as I lay her down, I'll just say a quick prayer. You didn't deserve this. You were innocent in this all. But we will make this right. I'm sorry.
Vala's gonna use mold earth to create a gravestone for her.
While
Oh, no. Go on.
I was gonna say, while all of that's going on, Guy is gonna respond the only way he knows how, and that's by doing just a real light drum while they're talking and doing what they're doing.
Sorry, solemn bongos are boom. Beautiful words from each of you.
Immediately turn around to whoever's there.
And just standing in the middle of the path walking up is Victoria.
I
This bitch.
immediately draw my bow.
Okay. That's are you firing at her?
I'm not firing it, but I am immediately drawing it.
It's pointless.
Why are you here?
Mainly to just talk. With the work to do. And this would be enough of a message. Fuck off. You can go anywhere in the world. You don't have to meddle in this. You're just going to cause more problems and more innocents to get hurt. This is on you, princess.
I cannot sit by while such filth walks this earth.
There's not really any need for name calling. You're just
Did you-
not what the people need.
And you think that making a deal with the devil is what they need?
The devil, you're talking about Oramis. And he's not a devil. Seeker of knowledge, like me.
The only knowledge you seek is knowledge that shouldn't be.
Fair. Many people have thought that. More have wished it to remain so. Oberyn is strength, sister. This act that you have is nothing but weakness. What I do is
Oberyn-
going to save more lives. In the end.
What you do is going to cause entire countries to fold.
Yeah, and bend the knee. It's our divine right, sister.
That was not the goal of our grandmother, and you know that.
Our grandmother was a conqueror. Woman of
And
action.
she stopped when it was right.
She
She
stopped when it got
her
too hard.
people were taken care of.
Maybe one day you'll see.
You're poison.
I'm the strong hand that the weak and stupid people need. Your mother agrees.
My mother is insane.
Your mother is a stronger woman than any of us will ever be.
My mother hid behind my father and let him rule the country.
She let him think that. You really think that the Emperor made any decisions?
Were you there? No, you weren't.
Right. I wasn't in the castle day after day with a silver spoon and servants. I was in the world, acting to forward our cause. As I'm still doing. Will you seek to dismantle everything that's been built over the last 3 generations of Valkyrie?
I seek to clean up the Valkyrie. I seek to end you.
Eat shit, Vola.
I would, but you've already eaten it all.
That's the stupidity I'm trying to get rid of. Fuck. Fine. I'm sure our paths will cross again. she just begins to fade out of existence, the illusion dissipating.
Rachel cries when she gets angry. Paula doesn't.
She won't get away with it. I know that she's our target right now. But what's our next step? We can't just chase her everywhere. We'll come across her again.
She's headed north to the river tribes.
Why?
There's some contention up there. She's trying to get them to do something. And there's no way we can get up there very quickly. I don't think I'm strong enough to face her right now. Perhaps we tap into that spy network to check on the north and find our way elsewhere.
Well, like, we have the spy network, right? Like, do we need any other networks? I don't really know.
That's what I mean. We'll tell them to keep an eye on the north and
But like,
if we can.
but like, you can't just overthrow. Just look around real quick. You can't just overthrow a government with spies, right?
No, you can't.
So like, you need some people to throw the punches.
It's a good point.
Have any good
And-
leads?
I point at guy.
I like throwing punches.
Like, your whole tribe is pretty much like same way, right?
Yeah. Whereabouts up north?
Near the river tribes.
Near the river tribes. Wonder if. No.
Hey DM, where is that?
The DM is going to pull up a map for exact reference for you.
Up the river from Aldrich's Bastion.
Yes, exactly. So here we go.
I don't remember.
Yeah,
What's that?
there's the river that runs past from that runs into Lakeside. So following the river north out of the lake, past Aldrich's Bastion into the mountains.
Oh,
That's
I gotta
where-
find the map.
It's in maps.
There's like 40 maps now.
I might have a pretty good idea about this place.
Oh, okay.
Do you have contacts there? Or is that where?
It might be my tribe.
He doesn't need contacts, bro. He can't see anymore.
Yeah.
So
Do you have
So you're telling me that your family is up there? Your family's part of the river tribes?
Yeah.
And I used to live off the coast of Lakeside, but like, it's not there anymore, right?
Well, like, so, yeah. So, like, our tribe used to be, like, right at the end of the river. So, right next to the coast. Well, kind of. But we've relocated a couple times, due to weather and flooding and things like that. But like, we've relocated a couple times. But yeah, that's pretty much where, right where we've been. Might take a little bit to figure out exactly where they're at. It's been a few years, but
You can get me close. I can I can track pretty well.
Well, without the papers, I can at least tell you where to go.
What do you mean without the papers?
Papers, my eyeballs.
Oh,
Peepers.
EE, not AP.
Got
it.
it.
The river tribes are a notoriously bureaucratic system, man. Gotta have the right papers.
Gotta have those papers. Gotta have the right papers. All right.
Lost by the way.
If you don't fill out forms 27 through 34, you're never getting in there.
I mean, I have to believe that your people would be more willing to listen to one of their own than.
Yeah, I mean, well, yeah, I mean, technically, I'm the leader, but there's like a stipulation to that. Assuming I find and kill my brother. That's about the only stipulation. As it is right now, the shaman's kind of running things.
So can you not go back before?
No, I could probably go back, although they might question why it's taken so long. But
Sir, are you like a prince? Or
yeah, I mean, if you want to call it a prince, I'd call it a clan leader.
I didn't realize that we were dining with such royalty.
No, not royalty, just clan leader. All right, like we don't have all the shit that you got to deal with. Man. Like,
well, do we? I mean, I don't think we'll beat her there, but
Why do you need to kill your brother?
so,
While
oh,
looking
man.
over at Tez.
So, basically, I need to kill my brother because, like, so the shaman. Oh man, this is a really long story. You sure you want to go into it?
Let's hit the road and we'll have time to talk.
Sure, all right. Could we get like a cart or something? It's kind of a long ways from where we're at.
yeah, we can get a cart.
Let's
I
get some
guess
horses and-
eh, it took Tez and I like, well, shit. Tez and I didn't even meet up at the River Clan. Like we met up like a ways later.
Yeah.
Well, like, I mean, it's been a few years since I've been back. Now, granted, I've made a few stops along the way, but
Like prison.
yeah, like prison and then a bard camp that or traveling musical group that I was with for a while.
There's been a lot of like zigzags in our path.
Yeah, it
right?
hasn't been just
hasn't
as,
been
like-
a straight line.
If I would have drawn a straight line here, it would have taken much less time. But
DM,
Yes.
where would be the closest city to where we're at that might have airships?
That
Airships, like, I'm thinking they're like backcountry airships, like they have like
oh,
Yeah.
like
Airship
Airship
prop
with pontoons on the
planes.
sides, sitting on the lake.
yeah.
I mean, Lakeside has a really strong, like, mercantile presence. Ulrich's Bastion has a really strong military presence. You're a ways away from Vale instead, which would be like, that's as the capital would have like the most variety. So it depends on what kind of airship you're going for. You could probably find one here on the outskirts of the mercantile encampment.
Are there any, I guess, companies that would travel up river?
Not like maybe to Ulrich's Bastion, but there's not a lot of travel that goes north of that because that's not part of the Nalbrandian Empire. Those are all the independent clans. So you could probably get on a ship and go straight from Lakeside up to Ulrich's Bastion, but past that, you'd either have to have your own ship, cart, or airship.
Well, I mean, Maybe the water's the fastest. I don't necessarily know the dangers that are in there. I'm not from up here. You're muted.
Well, sweet. Glad. Nice. I mean, you could take the water, but it's there's some questionable spots for sure.
Well,
Like get out and drag the boat questionable. It gets a little shallow sometimes.
I mean, you're the most familiar with the area. What do you recommend?
Well, if I
Believe-
knew where we were at currently, I
Lakeside.
might be able to give an answer. All right, Lakeside.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So we're right next. Okay, yeah. So I mean, we could take a boat quite a ways in. I mean, after maybe. I mean, the water's probably changed a bit, but I mean, we could probably get 3/4 of the way there at least.
That would
I
put us
love the
past
water, bro.
Aldrich's. What did you say?
I love the water, bro. We should go up the water.
Well, let's see if one of these shipping crews is making a trip, and maybe when we get up towards Aldrich's Bastion, they might have a cart, and we can go from there.
You can, we'll just kind of skip past like negotiating and haggling and stuff. You can get a ship for like 50 gold total to charter you up to Ulrich's Bastion, or you could buy your own like small sailing vessel for 500 gold. That could be crewed by the four of you.
I'll buy the boat.
Okay.
Do we want a guide to help us? Or do we want to try
I
this on our own?
mean, if you want to do a guide, you can. I've got a pretty good idea. It's just I can't really. You guys would have to be on the lookout for the obstacles, but I've got a pretty good idea. I've been up and down this a few times. We would make some trips to Aldrich's Bastion for whatever supplies we had to have we couldn't find. But yeah,
Has have you ever captained a boat before?
I can't sail for shit, bro.
Maybe we should have a guide.
Somebody familiar with it, yeah.
well, then wouldn't it be better just to charter a boat instead of buying one?
Yes. Yeah. We'll charter.
Okay.
I'll
It
still
will-
pay for it.
So 50 gold. It will take you about, I believe, I'm trying to remember the walking time, about a week by boat to get up to Ulrich's Bastion. And
So I guess. Oh, go ahead.
I was going to say anything. Oh, you will have a week of downtime. So anything you'd like to do or work on in that time, let me know. But up until that, what were you about to say?
Oh, I was gonna continue on with the whole why I'm supposed to kill my brother kind of thing.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, that
Yeah.
story. I'm gonna
so-
assume the boat that we're on is like large enough for us to have a private space of some kind.
Yeah, like part of the money is having like a set of private cabins you can split two and two. I would like to clarify something before we fast forward to you being on the boat. Well, I mentioned you were a little hungry. The food you've tried to eat this last day has been repulsive. The one thing you've been able to like stomach are like the drippings off of a steak, like a slab of meat. The only thing that has tasted good, and it tasted so good, were those drippings.
I'm gonna get some sushi, bro.
And not raw meat. You've thinking that might have been it. There was at one point you got like just like a blue steak, barely cooked. It was still just the blood.
Okay.
All right.
So killing your
Alright.
brother then.
Yeah, so basically what's happened is well, so like the shaman had a vision, and like it's kind of weird, like they can, like the shaman can like link to you and like show you the vision and shit like that. And basically what it was, it's really kind of convoluted and weird, but if I had to more or less basically stop making me hungry, make a what?
Ooh.
Sorry.
Okay.
Anyway.
Okay, makes sense. Make Alexis Starian so much.
Anyway, so Jesus, so basically I'm supposed to kill my brother because my brother, it has been foretold that he is going to kill me and basically destroy the tribe if he takes it over. If I take it over, our tribe will be fortuitous and whatever that means, and we'll have a lot of stuff to do and a lot of money, so we'll become a great strong tribe.
Have you ever thought about just convincing your brother not to take over?
All right, so that was talked about as well. No, it won't work. Is kind of what it came down to.
And either way, you got to find the bro first, right?
Yeah, that's the hard part, man. I've been doing this for like, I don't even know, like
I feel like we've looked everywhere.
a little over, like, it's been probably 2 years since I've seen my tribe.
Well,
What would you do if you showed up and he was there?
I guess that I'd fight him.
do you want to kill him?
I mean, he's gonna fuck up the relationship with my tribe, yeah. I don't
Guy, Tez, I need you
don't-
both to make inside checks.
I don't say this enough, but like my tribe is my family. Like, even though I haven't seen him in a couple of years.
9? Okay.
12.
12? Okay, cool.
Even though I haven't seen them in a few years, they're still my family. I'd do just about anything for them.
I believe that. That's family's very important.
Would they know your brother on sight?
I don't think so. He was, from my understanding, gone like almost immediately.
So,
Like, I don't know what happened to him. He might have been picked up by guys, taken down the river. We don't know what happened.
when was the last time you saw your brother?
I don't even remember my brother. So, like, I mean, if we were even together, we were like little guys.
Well, if anything jogs your memory, let us know. I'm happy to help look.
Yeah, I mean, supposedly he looks, I mean, he's my brother. He's going to look similar to me, right?
Looking between the two of them.
I'm just engrossed in Guy's story right now. Heard it like 6 times, love it every time.
It's about at this time, after a couple days on the river, you've heard the story, that Volley, you receive this message.
Hey, Paula. I just wanted to let you know that we found some supplies that were marked from Nolbrand. It's like they were maybe doing some experiments. There were some medical journals, a bunch of food rations, empty journals.
Palin Grove.
Yeah, just south of Palin Grove. There were a journal that was filled out with just some seemed like mad ramblings. There were also some pieced together creatures. It was a hydra, but instead of being a hydra, it was dragon head sewed on. I don't know. I don't know if this has any relation, but it did come from Victoria. I just want you to know that. Hope you guys are doing good. By the way, O'Relton died. He came back, but he died.
Yeah, that's right.
There we go.
There's more to it,
Yeah,
and you.
the rest of the message, which you know and responded to.
Okay, respond. Be careful. She's not what you'd fuck with. Oh, gosh. Raven. And I'm
Yeah.
gonna tell him the message.
What?
Necromancy now, too? What is she not involved with? It's just vile.
I don't like the fact that she's got stuff going on so close to my home. Did you say O'Relton died?
Yeah, O'Relton died, but apparently he's alive again, so... I mean, that's kind of par for the course.
Yeah. Man, I really didn't think I'd have to worry about him.
I can look in on them. If you would like, that'd make you feel better.
Let's not waste right now. They seem like they're doing okay. We'll check in a little bit.
I need to... They're looking for the shards. And if they're running into her down there looking for the shards, could she know?
I mean, it's possible. Seems like depending on how you look at it, bad person we run into knows about him.
That's very scary.
Well, if we learn more, we'll let him know.
Okay. At some point during this trip, I want to get Tez's story.
You should ask him then.
Okay, I'm going to. So Tez,
Really quick, because we need to touch on. You're getting hungrier, and it will get to the point that unless you are able to actually eat, you will start taking levels of exhaustion. Say,
my thought for this was, sushi?
unsatisfying.
Can we like fish from the sea?
Yeah,
and
you can
be
absolutely
like
fish.
gonna take the fish and pretend like I'm gonna take it over to the cooks, and I'm pretty sure I understand what I need. And
Hold on.
so as I'm taking it to the cooks, I'm gonna
What is that? Drinking the fish, the
drinking
blood.
the fish's blood.
Yeah,
yeah.
that sates you like nothing has in days.
Okay. I will, for the boat trip, I will continue to do that. I will also like to try cutting myself and seeing if drinking my own blood works.
There's nothing on drinking your own blood.
Knowing how familiar I am with Vela's body, do I notice any changes happening with her over the last little bit of time?
Vala, do you voluntarily disclose anything to Raven?
Nope, not yet.
Okay. Make a perception check versus either stealth or deception.
What?
Whichever one you'd prefer. If you are trying to like hide it, or if you are misleading Raven to like so you can go somewhere else and do it out of sight. Just let me know if you go deception or stealth. If it is a physical hiding or
Deception. Well, hiding the fish would have been the stealth part, but like when we're together, deception.
the hiding the fish. If you were like, oh, look over there, and then like have a straw jammed into a fish, and you're trying to do it that way, that's
The
going to be
freestyle
stealth. It
style.
is physically, like, while he's around trying to do it, versus misleading or misdirecting him. So you can go somewhere private to do it.
Okay, yeah, I'll go somewhere private and mislead him. Deception.
So
Either way, it's a 9.
23.
23. You don't know specifically what's up, but Vala's been sneaking off to poop a lot, she says. Like, she keeps being like, oh, I have to use the ladies' room.
She's just not around as often. Or
Yeah,
as much.
just
Okay.
not around it, making excuses, like something's off.
Okay.
And like weirdly, like she smells like fish.
That's
Not that part. Just like in general, if you are like if you're sucking on fish, you're going to smell like fish.
you're just digging the hole deeper.
Do you like fish sticks?
I'm inappropriate. Okay. Anyways.
Okay, sorry. Back to your conversation with the Tez. That was just an important thing to sort out at this point.
Yeah.
So, Tez, what are you out here in the world for?
Tez is currently in the water behind the boat with like his ankle tied to the edge of the boat, just kind of like floating along. Well, I'm helping Guy. That's kind of most of it right now.
Yes, a guy would be in the same position as well.
Where are you from? What's your story?
I look like off the right side of the boat. Probably like 5 or 6 miles up that way. I was just on the other side of the river. We had a little village up there where my family lived, and it got raided, and like nothing's left now. Just kind of, well, probably not charred ruins anymore because it's been a minute, but they're just ruins now. My family, the town, the whole thing, up in flames, and it's just me now.
How old were you?
Oh, this had to have been like 2 or 3 years ago now, because I wandered for a little bit before I found Guy.
I'm very sorry for your loss.
Yeah, me too, bro. Like, it's pretty shitty, I'm not gonna lie.
Did you always live there?
Yeah. Me, mom, dad, and my brothers.
How many brothers did you have?
2 of them, 2 little brothers, Quelvin and Tran. Quelvin's like got these big old like thick old goggles. He was a real nerd. And Tran just like wanted to make dad happy. Both cool little bros. So yeah, I just kind of been looking for. The big old raiding party came through, right? Burned the whole thing down, and I've just been trying to figure out, I guess, like, why?
Do you know what kind of raiding party? Like where they were from?
I didn't even see him, bro. Remember me talking about Lake Quelvin?
Mm-hmm.
I was there when it happened. I was sunbathing. And I came home and just a
Everything
lot
was
of footprints and a lot of fire. It was kind of weird because like a week before, so there's like a, I don't know what god she followed, but there was a cleric in our town, and I was talking to her one day, and she just kind of like blanked over, and did like, you know how you hear it in the stories where like they give you this crazy reading and then go back completely normal like nothing happened. It was like that, and she told me something about how like I would have to restore my family to its rightful position or some shit, and then my family was gone. So, I don't know. Doesn't seem like she really knew what she was talking about, right?
I mean, maybe she meant you would have to restore your village.
Yeah, but like they're gone, bro.
But you're not. You're part
So
of
it's
your
just
family. So if you were to create another family, have children of your own, you could build a village.
oh, I see. Oh, here's an important part of the story I didn't tell you. My family are halflings. They're not turtles like me.
What?
Well, like, I don't know. Turtles don't work the same way like other folks do, right? Like, your parents have you, and like you're around them for like a year or two, and then they're pretty old and they die off, and then you do your thing. Well, I don't, I don't know how it worked out, but like, I ended up with Chompy and Carletta, mom and dad, and they took me in, and you're imagining like a little tiny turtle bro with thick old glasses, weren't you?
Yes.
Yeah, no. He's had like really like curly hair that fell down into his face, big old thick glasses.
Oh, all right.
Well, you learn something new every day. I didn't.
Yeah.
So they adopted you. Essentially.
Technically, yeah, but like I was with them my entire life, so they're just family.
Underneath my breath to Raven, I'm gonna say, so he was the family turtle pet.
Just gonna stone face it.
So that's my story.
Well, I mean, just like we said to Guy, anything we can do to help. You've helped us tremendously at this point.
I appreciate it, but I don't even know what what I'm doing really.
Well,
Just out here winging it.
if we get signs, we'll do something. But for now, you can consider us family.
Bro. Oh, speaking of which, and I just like snatch a fish out of the lake next to me. Here's another one of these, Vala.
Okay.
You've been wanting fish, right?
Yes, it's. I enjoy fish. I'll take this to the cook. I'll be back. I'm gonna disappear. And as I go down to take it to the cook.
It's really kind you've been bringing us all these pre-bled fish, right? Some of the crew, their religion demands that it be bled in a humane way before they can eat it. So it's been really kind of you to take care of that for us. Saves a lot of time.
Of course. Anything we
Please,
can do to be of help while we're here.
We appreciate it. That's mighty kind of you. Real considerate of other folks' beliefs.
And then I guess there's one other conversation I'd like to have, but if anybody else wants to.
Go for it.
Okay. Raven, they are brothers, right?
I mean, they could be, but I mean, I've mistaken people for brothers before and gotten in a lot of trouble. So I'm trying
They look
not
the
to.
Same.
I know, but
The
that's not always.
prophecies are supposed to line up.
I know. There's a lot of points that are lining up, but maybe we
What
don't
happens-
convince them of that because I don't want them to we need them.
Yes, and we don't want them to fight. But what happens when we take them both back to their same village?
I don't know. Listening to Guy's whole story, I feel like this. I just have a bad feeling about this shaman person.
I mean, convincing him to kill his brother and saying, "Oh, we're gonna be glorious without him," or that's. You're right, and
I've never known somebody that wants to willingly give up power that they currently have.
and sending the leader of a tribe out on an impossible task. That's a fair point.
I guess until then, we just keep an eye out.
Of course. When we get there, we have to get that shaman on our side.
Are you feeling all right?
Yes, why?
You just seem to be disappearing a lot. I just wanted to make sure you're okay. I know that everything
Oh.
back there was upsetting.
Vala's gonna blush a little bit. I've never been motion sick much in my life, but I'm having difficulties with my current constitution. I'm not lying.
I know.
I'm just not saying all the truths.
I need to
Guys
roll
want to start
something real
making,
quick.
if you would like to make rolls, you can, or the two of you can come to an understanding onto how this is being interpreted.
Okay.
No, that's what I'm trying to determine how I'm interpreting that. And since I rolled high, I'm not going to interpret it as maybe she's possibly like pregnant.
Okay.
I rolled low. That would be like a sick all of a sudden. Okay, but no, we're okay. So, well, I
Okay.
mean, if we need to stop and get our land legs for a little bit, we can.
I'll be fine. I appreciate it.
Yep.
Okay.
Hey, Guy. Or hey, Tez. I'm Guy.
Love again, bro.
Should I tell them about the part about the shaman and like telling me that I should find them? They'll lead me like I need to find the silver-haired raven and I don't remember the other part, but it was basically Vala.
I mean, I don't see why not. Like, I think we're in
just thought
well
that
enough
was-
with them now that like it's probably cool, right?
Yeah, I mean, I just didn't want to like, I don't want them to freak out, you know? Like, I wanted to see how they took the shaman before I told them that the shaman told me to find them.
Seems like they're taking the rest of it pretty well.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, maybe I'll tell them. Maybe I will. DM, do you
Yeah.
remember how Vala was interpreted in that?
Shit, it was. I do not remember. That was
Got it
in
on
our
our symbol. We'll
messages
find it.
somewhere.
Yeah. Well, there's been a few since then. So,
Something about a plant princess.
not a plant princess. No, not really, but
Yeah. I got it.
you got it?
No, I said I got nothing. So that's,
Okay.
That's it. That's it.
Yeah, I'll just kind of come up with some mumbo jumbo. I don't know. Hey, Olive and I don't remember if we were calling you Raven or not. I'm sorry. Talon. I look around. Shit, is there any crew? No, whatever. It's fine. Hey, so you remember the story I was telling you about the other day? About needing to kill my brother and stuff, and the shaman. Well, there's one part I left out because I wanted to see how you guys would react. And I don't know, you seem like you took it pretty chill, right? Well, you guys were kind of a part of that prophecy too.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, it was just don't freak out. It's it's not that big of a deal, but More or less, they said I needed to find both of you in order, or the shaman, sorry, said I needed to find both of you before I would find my brother. So that's the
Before you would find your brother?
Well, to help me find my brother. You guys would help me find my brother.
Oh, okay.
I figured if I followed you guys around long enough, we'd run into somebody who, was my brother. And I figured I'd let you guys know, just in case you happen to, like, know another Tortle, like... But, yeah, it was like I needed to find the silver-colored raven and the plant princess. No, I don't know. But it was the Viking of royalty. I don't know.
Well, that seems pretty spot on.
So yeah.
How long has the shaman been with your tribe?
Definitely the oldest person in the tribe. I'm not sure how old the shaman is. I'm gonna be honest.
He is a Tortle.
I mean, the shaman was old when I was like a kid, so I honestly thought the shaman would be gone by now. Probably is, but
and he is a Tortle.
Andrew.
Is he a Tortle, David?
Well, I was asking more along the lines of pronoun.
Yeah, he.
He?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, he.
So the majority of your tribe is Tortles.
Yeah, I mean, my tribe's pretty much all Tortles. I mean, there's a few people that have been adopted in, but I mean that's like few and far between.
I mean, like I said, that's a pretty spot on description.
I mean, that's why when you guys like came through, the prison, and then like we're like, hey, y'all want to roll with us? I was like, fuck yeah, I do. So, yeah, I thought you guys should know that. I kind of feel bad from holding it back. I didn't want to scare you away with like the shaman being able to see in the future and stuff. Like some people, that's kind of weird. It's like really weird.
I understand. It's strange being on that side of having prophecy made of yourself.
Yeah, I mean,
understand.
my prophecy's like I'm supposed to go find and kill my brother, who, for all I know, is like crazy strong.
Well,
So,
I've seen some pretty
if he-
strong out of you.
well, yeah, I mean, but if I don't kill my brother, he takes down the tribe, and I can tell you this, my tribe wouldn't go down without a fight. So, I mean, this dude would have to be like tough.
Is the shaman gonna feel weird possibly seeing us if he's still alive?
No, I don't know why I would. I mean, you're with me. Everything should be chill. Outsiders aren't really like. It's not like we're closed off people. Like we tend to stick to our own for the most part, but like we deal with outsiders. It's not like, not like we're closed off to the rest of the world or anything.
Okay. I just don't want to come in there and cause an issue. We need you guys.
No, it shouldn't cause any issue at all. I mean, it's just, our stuff our stuff lines up, and honestly, it'd be kind of nice to get back and make sure everything's still chill with the tribe.
Of course.
It is my responsibility after all.
Perhaps the shaman can give us all a little bit more insight.
Yeah, I mean, it's I don't. Yeah, maybe. The shaman doesn't really talk to the outsiders a whole lot. I mean, he does, but like, as far as like giving like a reading or like how it's a bit of a process.
Understood. We'll be respectful of whatever we need to. But if he is interested in speaking with us and helping you on your journey, then we'll be there for that.
Sweet. So yeah, thanks for not being like super creeped out about it. And yeah. And then he just looks straight up. This the whole scene through walls thing's kind of fucking weird. Anyway, I respect privacy. I'm just gonna say that. Like, I'm not like, the other night when you two. Anyway, I'll see you guys later.
I told you to keep it down.
I'm blaming you.
Okay. 2 more days left on the journey. And Vala, you've started to realize that fish isn't slating it as well as it did. You're having to drink more and more just to feel full. You are muted. I don't know if you're actually making noise, but
I said, okay.
I will say from this point, now that if she seems to be gone more and more after our conversation, I will try to keep an eye on her more and just like check in on her. I might be running slightly behind when she's doing stuff, but like whenever she takes off, I'll probably like go over and try to find her.
try to catch her in the act.
Just
Whatever she's doing.
yeah, just try to check on her because she said she's been feeling sick. So
Okay. I need a stealth check from Vala.
Okay. Fuck.
And if you're trying to like catch her in the act, like see what's going on, or make sure she's okay,
yeah, I just want to check on her.
okay.
I
Then
don't suspect
it'll be-
anything.
this will be against your passive if you're just trying to like figure out where she went.
Cool.
7.
18 is my passive. So
It's like the first time you're like, all right, this is getting weird, and you go to check on her. You just like push open a door, and Vala's there just sucking on a fish. You guys are just her face is covered in blood.
Vala?
I'm just gonna like.
Are you okay? What's going on?
I'll tell you tonight. Just
Vala, I need you to make a Constitution saving throw
okay.
at advantage.
Con save at advantage is that's good. It's advantage. Let's roll the real good dice, cause 10
10 at advantage.
at advantage. I rolled a 7 and a 4.
Okay. As you freeze and like look at him, you have been interrupted well in the midst of feeding. and your eyes lock onto Raven. And he says, "Are you okay?" And you start to talk. Your eyes drop to his neck, and you only barely restrain yourself from biting him. The DC was 10. But you cannot take your eyes off of his neck for a moment, as you know that the blood that pumps with in his veins would be so much sweeter than that of the garbage you've been eating this last week. And it is a moment of like physical restraint where you have to stop yourself from moving forward.
Go. No.
Okay, I'll step out, and we will definitely be talking about that later.
You take a moment, Vala, to
Compose myself.
compose yourself. Clean. Finish the other 4 or 5 fish that you had brought with you. The bare minimum, and they taste foul as you try to finish feeding.
But they taste foul. And food tasted foul.
You can still use fish and to slate the thirst, but it's getting harder. Your body craves more than what these can provide.
What is the healing spell that is for a condition?
I believe greater
Lesser-
restoration.
Greater
yeah.
restoration is what you're looking for.
Okay. Okay. Okay, give me a second. I have to think.
Okay.
Des for the
Raven?
last 2
Oh,
days
sorry. Yeah.
in the cabin is going to have just found a nice flat surface, and he takes out a thick wooden box about yay biggish and opens it up and pulls out some old scrolls, and he begins following Chombi's instructions for making poisoned ammunition.
Okay. That'll be I believe, Tinkerer's check.
Which is
Dex
Dex plus proficiency if you're proficient in Tinkers, right?
Yes.
Ta-ta-ta.
Or Dex or Intelligence, but I'm pretty sure Dex is your...
Yeah, Dex is it. Do 14 and he is 19, 22.
22. I'll say that, yeah, in the next 2 days, you're able to crank out 12 rounds.
Sweet.
Poisoned ammunition. Guy, what are you up to?
I guess in between the talking and chilling, Guy's gonna try to focus more on. He's starting to get a good idea of like differentiating people and like between people when they're standing really close to each other. And he wants to focus on like the detecting of the magic items, but first he's actually going to shift a little bit and try to get a better understanding of how he is going to be able to at least sense like inanimate objects, non-living or magical objects. And he's gonna try to focus on that and get like a just so it's a little easier to avoid things.
Okay. That's,
Or at
we'll
least
say,
find where-
spending a couple days focusing on this, you'll start to get a better idea. It'll still be difficult. This is something that's going to take a little bit longer because it's working more towards like a blind sight type sense.
Yep.
What you do find is that after you get hit in the back of the head by like the 6th fish hook while sitting on the deck, when sailors are fishing off the back of the boat, they've required that you go downstairs because whenever they go to cast, their fish hooks seem to be bending towards you, pinging off the back of your head.
He would, but there'd be a few times where he would go up and he would actually use that as practice, as trying to like dodge them.
Okay. To the frustration of the sailors.
Yep. Not my problem.
Raven, the door shuts behind you as you leave from whatever you just walked in on with Vala.
Question:
What's your
with
next
a
step?
with a roll of 18 perception, would I have been able to notice that she was taking bites out of the fish, or if it was more just puncture marks of some variety? Like, did it look like she was eating raw fish?
It looked like she was draining the fish. That's not just
Okay.
puncture marks. Like there's one bite that has torn it open, and there was probably like a fish discarded on the ground that was still mostly whole, but just bloodless.
Nerpy.
With a roll of 18, what you would have noticed as well is Vala's 2 incisors having grown longer. Just slightly.
Which I do have the beast forms, so that also might not be super weird for her. Just
Yeah, not
out
necessarily.
there.
Yeah, I was
actually,
gonna-
you might be using that to make it easier to drink the fish. Like you might just be slightly modifying yourself for the sake of.
And then I just wanted to check on the knowledge of that type of act. Would it be common knowledge about vampires or whatever you want to call them potentially in the world, or like coming from my father's governmental background and knowing different
Make a
things?
history check.
Okay. That would be a 17.
There are stories of vampires, but Vala hasn't had any trouble in the light. So,
Yeah.
I mean, vampires exist. Far more rare, but half-breeds of vampires. It doesn't seem quite right, but it's close. Vala, did you tell Raven about your odd experience with the mirror?
No.
Okay, then, yeah, you don't know.
Okay.
Unless Vala has encountered a vampire in the last few days. Or weeks.
Okay. Yeah, no, okay, I'm good. I'm gonna just walk back to the room and try to process and think about everything and wrap my head, make excuses on why should we be doing that, all this stuff. Thinking about the beast form. Maybe it's some side effect that I've never seen.
Vala.
I'm gonna go back to the room. After I feel like I have composed myself, I'm gonna look at other people and see if they make me want to just like lose my cool
Having composed yourself, like there's a little bit there, but it was very much the being interrupted while feeding is what made you almost lose control.
Okay. So I'll take a deep breath and open the door and step in.
Hey.
I think I have some things I need to talk with you through.
Yeah. This is new.
I thought at first that it might just be something sanguine, something I wasn't getting enough iron. But I have been craving blood.
Okay. How long has that been going on?
Since I scried on Victoria. When I was scrying, I found that she had an eldritch monstrosity that has made a pact with her. And I think it may have cursed me. Although I did not realize that until you interrupted me earlier.
It cursed you? You didn't... Did you have a conversation? Like, did you talk to it? What?
I did. It asked what I wanted, and I said I wanted to understand why she is doing what she's doing. It said it wanted to make a deal, and I did
Oh,
not
you
make a
didn't.
deal. I did not make a deal.
I mean,
Right.
something happened. Are you sure you didn't make a deal?
I didn't agree to anything.
I mean,
I told it I would give it something it wished for if I knew what that was. And it said it would speak with me again.
Did it say when?
No. My fear is that it's if I scry on Victoria again.
Okay.
But now that I know what I'm feeling is likely not just medical, I think I might know how to fix it. But I'll need some time to prepare my spells.
How much are you thinking?
The evening?
And how do we keep you safe during that time?
It's just very standard. I just have to remember how I just have to go through my what I can do and remember how to do a greater restoration.
How often are you craving the blood?
Every day. All the time.
Okay. Well, maybe you stay in here, and I can try to. This is so weird. Bring you some.
If it doesn't work, let's try that.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna prepare my spells
Okay.
and prepare me a greater restoration
Okay.
and try
plenty
greater
of time.
restoration.
Okay. You drop the ritual for a greater restoration, and as oh.
So, I hate to be that person, but do you have 100?
I have a
gold worth of
diamond.
Diamond powder.
I have a diamond. Can I make diamond powder?
Yeah, absolutely. Crush up a diamond. Finish the ritual. You cast the spell. Is Raven there with you, keeping an eye on you while you cast it?
No, I would have left her alone because, in fact, I would have not followed her advice, and I would have actually tried to sneak into the kitchen when nobody's watching and try to collect blood of any variety that's not straight from a person by killing them.
Cook.
There is because it's a fishing vessel, and mostly what everybody has been having is fish. A steel table that is slightly slanted, with a little trough at the bottom that runs to a center point and drains, and there is just a bucket of fish blood with some of the smaller bits and pieces from the gutting table. That I mean, you could literally just offer to go dump that for them, and they'll gladly let you have the bucket.
I will do that. I will just say, hey, I know that you guys are always busy, and thank you so much for cooking for everybody. Can I help out and like dump that for you?
You and your companions have been incredibly helpful. We appreciate it. Appreciate it a lot. Sure, let's have at it. We'll put a fresh one in.
You just dump it over the edge or off the back,
Yeah,
or
just over the edge. That's river takes it away. Dilutes.
Great.
You're fine. Thanks, lad.
Yeah, and I'll just carry it out and I'll store it somewhere kind of hidden.
Okay. You need to hide it.
Yeah.
Next to the mob bucket.
While you complete casting Greater Restoration, your eyes roll into the back of your head and you fall over unconscious. In the darkness around you, blooming in your vision, thousands of eyes sprawling across. Oh, right. And they all close, and a massive, like, humanoid figure sitting on, like, a red leather armchair in front of you, towering, like 50 feet tall. He wears a brown, like a corduroy suit. He leans. How have you been feeling, child? He pulls out a notepad.
Hungry.
Interesting. And what have you tried so far?
Fish.
I imagine that has not been functioning as you would hope. No.
If you want knowledge, and you want knowledge from me, you will desist this.
You. There's no need to be so combative. I didn't do this to you on purpose. Simply wishing to learn from an experience that you're undergoing. My presence tends to change people. This is nothing. I've been fighting some warrior astride a unicorn for thousands of eons. That dude is fucked up. I was impressed that you can even withstand me.
What do you want to stop this?
I have no control over this. This is not a disease or a curse. It's all in your head. Little madness.
If it's all in my head, then I can just imagine it away.
You can certainly try. I am an expression of unwritten things, unfinished ideas. Write a different ending.
I will.
Good. I was just curious how you felt. We wanted to talk again, you and I.
What do you seek with Victoria?
She pursues so many strange ideas. Her pursuits are many. Her abilities to travel hither and thither intrigue me. How many unfinished projects she has, seeking fruition. You should sit. We can discuss. And he gestures, in a massive chair, like springs into existence behind you.
Will your touch be greater on me the longer I sit with you?
Unlikely. Honestly, I don't know. Probably not.
Then I guess we'll find out.
And it is this weird perspective bend, because the chair that sprang to existence behind you is like the same size as the one he sits on. But as you like lean back, you fall into it sitting normally, and he is the same size as you. His features are constantly shifting and changing. The suit remains the same, but different like parts of his features just fade in and shift and move. It's unsettling to look at. I might propose a contract, as it were. An extension of what I am to you. I would hold no sway over you. I just like to know. I like to learn, to grow, to see ideas come to completion.
Define the terms of the contract.
I would simply gain unfettered access to your thoughts and what you see and do and experience. I'm bound beyond the edges of your world.
And what do I gain?
Insight into others that have allowed me the same thing. A little bit of power.
Be able to see Victoria?
The terms of the contract are not so specific. If I would allow you to see through her eyes and her body, and to experience her as I do, she might ask to do the same of you.
How long?
Time is an interesting thing.
In relativity to my life.
To your lifespan. But your lifespan is indeterminate, isn't it? You yourself are tied to nature, you are tied to a god, and who's not to say that you will not be around for eons as well? Be interesting to see. You've done it before. You may yet do it again. Until you deem my presence is no longer welcome.
And what sort of power?
I bestow many things upon my patrons. A touch of eldritch to your own abilities. A touch of madness on those you wish to inflict it on. I seek not to change who you are, but to experience it. The blood thing, that's on you. Your mind broke a little our last interaction. Just a little, though.
I'll need time to think it over.
I'm always around.
How can I reach you?
Simply call out my name in your dreams. Oramis. In your dreams are where Your realm most closely touches mine.
All right.
A pleasure, Vala. You wake up on the floor.
It's in my head. It's in my head. It's in my head. It's just in my head.
Knock, knock, knock. There we go.
Everything okay?
I think it's going to be.
You don't think you don't need blood anymore?
No.
Thank God. Okay. Great. I'm glad that worked.
That doesn't necessarily mean the craving will be gone. But I don't need it.
Okay.
I spoke with the being again. And I'm gonna relay everything. 100% honesty, just
No.
choop, 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 choop.
Well, sorry about that. For everybody that was listening to that music, that was not royalty free. It went off the playlist, so I had to
You're good.
change that quick.
Oh,
Shh. We won't tell. Anyways.
The only thing that changes is when you try to say his name, it sounds like nonsense.
Rockin' in with a bit, Hitchin.
are you sure you're okay?
Yes.
Okay. Whatever his name is. Right. Are you sure a deal is a good idea?
No, that's why I didn't take one immediately.
I mean, anything that's going to be able to share your sight to someone else with our current goal isn't. They'll know everything.
Yes, and I'm not sure I'm privy to that, but knowing that there is that being out there and that others have taken that option feels like a lot of good knowledge to have.
Guess we just have to weigh the risk then.
I'm not saying I want to take the deal. I'm saying the more times I can speak with him and the more information I can get.
Harbor in sight. We're approaching the bastion.
Okay, well, we'll talk more. Let's
back up.
Yeah. I'm gonna take care of something real quick, and I'll run. I'm just gonna
Dump out the blood.
dump the bucket off of it. Oh, sorry, Tez.
Trying to sleep here, bro.
Sorry, we're coming up on the harbor. You should probably get your stuff. Bye.
Covered in
blood.
fish blood and guts.
Dunk myself in the water real quick and get back out of the boat.
Okay, I have to be back really quick. The dogs are losing their mind needing to go outside.
Okay.
The ship pulls up, and you're all able to kind of disembark, having gotten your things together. From the end of one of the docks, you hear, "Yo, dude! Whoa, you look like sack of turtle shit, man. What's up?"
Shit.
It's a large turtle standing at the end of the dock that you're disembarking from your ship on. Behind him, a large square raft with two, what look like small houses built on it, with a number of other turtles and people milling around. What? You don't recognize me? It's Merv.
Merv.
Dude,
You're just a little guy when I saw you last. Looks like you
thought
put
you
on a
were just
little
a
bit
little
of.
guy. I mean,
Wow.
relatively little. Look at you, man.
Guy, got a cracked shell, can't see.
Yeah, but like, look at tight, man. Like, look yoked.
Yeah, well, you got to keep yourself going while you're out there, right?
Who's this guy? What's up,
What, bro?
lean green machine? What, dude?
Name's Tez, brother.
Fuck, right. He's dude. My bad, brother.
Yeah.
What's that? What's it? Like, goes over and gives the whole, like, daps you up.
Yeah. We slap
Yeah.
shells.
Fucking welcome back, dude. I don't know who you are, but welcome to the family, brother.
Thanks, my
Like,
man. Thanks.
What? Guy, did you do it? Are you back?
No, I'm not back yet, brother.
Oh,
Uh,
fuck, dude.
I know, dude. I know, but so let's be real. It's a big world out there, man. Trying to find my brother in like all of this,
Yeah, guy, it's a big world. I too have totally seen a bunch of it.
Yeah, I'm sure. Hey, so where's the tribe hanging at?
Here and there, as always, my dude. We've gone up to the warmer waters at at the falls where they come from the mountains. Like we're at the spot. We're doing good. A lot of tension amongst us and the tribes, because we're the top dogs right now, dog. Like a lot of stuff's been moving since you've been gone.
Really?
Hell yeah, dude. We're at the Crystal Falls.
We're all the way up there.
We're up there, dude. We're toasty. We are toasty in the springs, my dude. It's good living.
Y'all have been making some moves then, huh?
Yeah, that's it's gonna be a rough ride, but we're heading back there tomorrow. Are you sure you're not back? Are you coming back up?
Well, so actually, my stuff has kind of led me back this way. I got a couple other friends that are, I think, still on the boat. No, there they are.
Yo, what's up, dude? You got made little human friends, huh?
Yeah,
Not
yeah.
humans?
He's anyway.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to assume. That's if you're not.
Oh no, you're fine. Half elf. I'm basically human.
Cool. Yeah, you're a human. Like we have some back home too, dude. Like it's not all sorry. Like not all.
You're good, man.
Should start over again. Hi, I am Merv.
I'm Talon.
Nice to meet you, Talon.
Olive.
Pleasure to meet you. Like that. Olive. Dope. That's Doris. That's Fletcher. That's Ori. There's a couple other dudes that are moving around in the town. But yeah, we're taking off first light tomorrow. But for now, do not remember the name of it. But there's just a tavern right that way. We're gonna have a party. They've got live music tonight. It's gonna be dope.
Oh, what you guys thinking?
Yeah, we can hang around for the night.
Wait.
Sweet. And then yeah, if you guys are going north, you can catch a ride with us. Like we got room aplenty.
That would be wonderful.
Sweet. Now if you've been rolling with these guys, you know how the tribe parties. Are you guys down?
I mean, you don't know us yet, so how do you know that we don't pull them around?
If you pull this fucking dude around, then you're the one I want to party with. Come on, man. And he puts his armor in, and he is almost as big as Guy. And so
I'm very small.
yeah, he's
I'm 6 foot, but not.
yeah, he's hauling you around. And let's go.
Stood, dude. You got.
Yeah, Merv leads you guys into town. There is again, I have not thought of the name of the tavern, so I'm just gonna call it the tavern. But leads you in,
and there is currently like 8 other Tortles that are hanging out and drinking. A number of other people from the, like local townies chilling on the stage. There are 3 bards. One of them has a lute and is playing just like some folksy sea shanty song that is and has got all the Tortles dancing and moving around. As you walk in, sorry, what's up?
No,
Dude?
you're good.
No, you're good.
You're
No,
good.
what's up, man? What you got?
You're talking about the loot, and guy's gonna look over at it. He's gonna sit there for a minute. Ah, shit. And he's gonna walk over to the dude with the loot. He's gonna be like, "All right, look, I need you to do." And he's gonna take the loot from him for a second. So I need you to play this. And he starts putting down a riff.
Okay.
I need you to play this.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I can do that. That's not a problem. And
Perfect.
is this gonna perfectly match the riff? But this is a woman who's playing the lute.
You dead. Got it.
Yeah, I've got you. I got this.
All right. Sweet. All right. Go ahead. And
Okay,
then he's
starts
gonna
playing.
bring in on the drums.
Okay, give me a performance check.
Boop. Well, that's a shit roll. Still 17.
Drives an elbow into your ribs, Tez, and is like, I have not seen this guy play in years. He's the best fucking drummer. And yeah, he's the best musician that has ever come out of our tribe.
True, bro.
Or the
It's true.
17 start penning out the beat. And it's pretty good. It is not your best, but it's definitely a solid rhythm that you're laying down. The other musicians start getting into it. Vala, are you in your usual disguise?
Yes.
Okay.
In the like fake pecan one.
Yeah. But your usual disguise, the one that you've been doing.
Yeah.
Okay. The bard, the woman that Guy ran up and like took the lute from, showed them the riff they wanted to play, is still playing and like nodding along, but looks at you and kind of smiles. And you watch their features just change to match your real face. Just for a moment, just flashes across as she is making eye contact with you. And it shifts back. It just passes by so quickly that nobody that wasn't like currently looking at her face would notice. It kind of goes back to playing.
Vala's gonna spend the rest of the night waiting for her smoke break to go talk to her.
Okay. Not too much longer. They finish the song to a round of applause. A couple coins hit the stage around you.
And gonna tell Raven too.
Gesture that you want me to come with you. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Okay,
Well, and I
just-
would have told you like.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. And she puts the lute down. Says, all right, everybody, we're going to take a break. Thank you so much. We're going to be back for another set here in just like 15 minutes. And buy us a drink. She walks by and she picks up a bottle of something off of the bar. And then out the front door and walking off to the side.
And I'll look to Vala and just say, 1 second. And I'll walk up to the bar and I'm going to buy whatever the top shelf shit is.
Okay. Whatever happens to be.
Bottle of it. And I'm going to walk back to Merv, who is clearly trying to party with us, and hand him the bottle and say, I'll be right back. You get started on this.
You do know how to party. This is my favorite vintage.
I knew it.
And he's clearly like holding the label away from him, so like he's not say anything. Pops the top. I will say it costs you 3 gold.
Okay.
For a bottle of their top shelf. And it starts pouring glasses for everybody around him as you guys make your way out. And the bard is just there, leaning against like the railing on the outside part. Come out for a drink. Holds the bottle out.
Did I see her take a drink as I walked
Yeah,
out?
like she, as you like, take a sip. Come on, sisters aren't gonna poison each other.
I'll take a drink.
It's pretty good. It's a mid-shelf wine.
What are you doing here? I'm gonna act like I know who it is.
As soon as she goes, sisters wouldn't poison each other. That's you have an
A
inkling
pretty good idea, yeah.
that this is the voice of the Valkyrie. This is what I always do. Gather information, keep Albarindian spirits high, try to stay out of fucking Victoria's way. She's on a rampage.
What the hell is wrong with her?
To be fair, she's just doing what she's told. It's not. She may take it to extremes, but
I knew she was dark, but not that dark.
well, ever since you left, she's gotten worse. Your mother's pushed her and pushed her. She's next up after Alyssa. Where have you been?
Learning.
Fucking better be learning how to put shit back together because it's all falling apart. Why haven't you come home, Bella? You know, they've got me going town to town pretending to be you.
Because if I go home, I'm just going to be a puppet.
You're leaving the rest of us to dance on strings.
So leave.
Fuck all. Again, Victoria, Warpath.
She can't fight all of us.
She could sure as fuck try. She took out Svetla's brain, twisted it up, and put it back in her. After she came home from... I'm forgetting the name of the place. Volks. Volks?
Fox was one of the places.
One of
Volstead.
them.
I think it's Volks.
Yes,
The other continent.
it was Aldenstead.
Olmsted. When she
How
got
is
back from
she?
Olmsted, fucking terrifying as hell. That's those. I'm gonna call them dragon supplements because I don't know what else to fucking call them. Have been put to overdrive. She's more beast than person now.
How is her mind?
Well, she's always been a rigid bitch, that's for sure. But she's not Fetla anymore. I haven't heard her speak in the last. Well, I haven't seen her much in the last months. Turns out, when you put them against each other, mind breaks the will.
I don't know how to fix this.
Come home. You're not going to change it from the outside. I've heard whispers that the lost princess is back. People are figuring out that I'm not, necessarily actually you. Limited interaction with which I'm allowed with the common people. As you, that is. Someone's spreading whispers of rebellion that you're back, and it's causing more harm than good. I've been fighting this as much as I can. Praise be to the mighty Norbrand, all that. Kicking him up. It's not going to change, Vol. It's just going to break.
And is that so bad? What we have is broken.
To the little people, it hardly matters.
To the little people who are having their children taken away from them, thrown into war, just so that we can push our border a little further?
That's always been our way. But what does it matter whose ass is in the throne to the price of grain? They don't starve. They're not afraid for their lives every day. They at least feel safe. They go to war with pride to be part of our ranks. Fuck, I've never been up in this propaganda bullshit. You know that, and even I've got it spilling. I'm just tired. And I miss you.
I come back, and nothing changes.
For a few years. Your mother's not going to be alive forever. Your dad's sick. That's what they say. Shit, he might be dead already.
They didn't even tell you?
What?
You know why I left?
That's...
I killed
some
him.
sort of- Well, that fucking makes a lot more sense. Fuck, Fuller.
Do you really think I can return with that?
How many more kills you got in you? Because you might be able to. Actually, shit, this makes it a lot easier. If you've already stuck your paw a few times, give it to your ma. Problem solved. Wash your hands. You might have to cut off Victorine's head, burn it. Who knows what the fuck she's done to keep herself alive.
Would you help me with that?
Yeah, my way has always been when push comes to shove, I'm upstairs with some hot fop.
You don't have to help me shove the knife, but I know your power. Your words can be very powerful.
Oh shit, yeah, Penn's mighty in the sword and all that. But I've seen enough folks get their head cut off this last year to know that that's not entirely true now, is it? Look, I can help by not fucking telling Victoria that you're here.
She knows. She knows where I am everywhere.
Oh, so I'm already fucking dead, ain't I? Well, if that's the case, I'm gonna need you two to come with me into that alley right there. Trust me. And she like immediately starts walking away, just a couple feet away, just around the corner.
I'm gonna grab Raven's hand and be like, be prepared. Then hand on bow.
And she walks just a few feet into the alley, so it's out of view of the street. Looks at the bottle of wine and just starts chugging it. Holds up the pot hand. Throws the bottle on the ground. And, psh, fuck, this is not going to be fun. You're going to have to make this look good. She cocks her wrists. Fucking come on. If Victoria just knows wherever you are and she knows I'm here, if you don't beat the absolute piss out of me, I'm dead.
What if I put you to sleep and tie you up?
At least Toldar and Stormy over here punch me in the eye, make it look good. If you can break the nose, even better.
No, I'll do it.
Fucking all right. Make an unarmed attack at advantage.
Okay. That is do. Jesus. That's an 11.
11. We'll say because she's like there, you crack her, but it's not great. You hit her dead on the nose, and it starts to like bleed. She goes, fuck. How? I prefer if you didn't have to hit me 8 times to break my fucking nose. That's not gonna do shit. It just hurts. Come on. All right, I'm ready.
Ooh, okay. Do it again. God, I can't roll for shit today.
Raven, you're just watching.
Actually, okay, that's a 19.
Okay, with a 19, you watch this all going down, and then Vala just cocks back and just punches her straight in the face. And we're just gonna save time on this, and that's you see the nose break, blood starts pouring, and her eyes like roll in the back of her head. She goes, "Oh shit, that's good stuff," and just tips back into the mud.
As she falls backwards, you'll see Raven is actually moved to stand behind her and has his quarterstaff ready to just hit her.
Just
And
crack.
all right, what? So she's been doing everything we've.
And we're going to end tonight's session there. 'Cause
Okay, what?
have a good night, everybody. Thank you so much for hanging out. A little bit of a long session, but I had fun today. A lot of storytelling. A lot of setup for this particular arc. I think we are not going to be back next week. We're going to have a limited cast on Thursday. But we will figure things out. We'll communicate if we're doing surprise streams or anything like that through the week. But we love you all. Have a good night.